Warning, this podcast contains themes of extreme violence and murder. Subject matter may be offensive to some listeners. Discretion advised.
I have a daughter that's 16 years old. Apparently she snuck out of her room last night and she hasn't been seen since. None of her friends can get a hold of her. I can't find her.
Hey, what's her name?
Skylar Neese.
Welcome to another episode of Evil Transgression, your homicide headquarters here in podcasting. I'm your host, Josh. With me, as always, the dynamic duo of Dustin and Rex.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Gentlemen, what is the good word?
Just, been watching the news. We're about to get quarantined, so.
Another week of that.
Right.
Can't wait.
It has definitely been a roller coaster the past couple weeks.
It has.
The world has gone nuts. Toilet paper is
over
gold.
toilet paper. Come on.
Yeah.
And Dustin discovered that you're supposed to wash your hands regularly.
I did.
After wiping or just all the time?
Just regularly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, I'm kind of confused because everybody stole the toilet paper, but they left the food. And it's like, you can't use that toilet paper unless you eat that food, right?
Yeah.
But now the food's gone, too.
It is. It is gone now.
Maybe they're going to eat the toilet paper. Then they don't have to wipe.
Maybe.
I did that as a kid.
Maybe.
It's like, if we eat this toilet paper, we don't have to wipe.
Yeah. Because when it comes out, it'll just clean my booty hole.
It's like pooping out wipes.
And speaking of that, don't be a piece of trash and take wipes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
you
can't
talking about
flush
that?
those.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear about that dude that bought 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
And then he got
whole
shut
garage
down.
is full of it.
Yeah.
Man.
Now he's crying on the news. I'm a family man. I'm a family business, so I can't sell them.
Did you
I'm a
see the
family
Australian
business.
family that accidentally bought 12 years worth of toilet paper?
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Accidentally?
Yeah.
Come on.
Always
now.
on Amazon. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Hey, they got plenty of pooping paper. So again, thank you to everyone for the awesome reviews. Please keep them coming. Check out our shop, buy some Evil Transgression gear, all the good stuff. So buckle up, Evil Mom, as we travel to West Virginia and discuss the murder of Skylar Neese. Skylar Annette Neese was born February 10th, 1996 in Morgantown, West Virginia. Skylar was the only child of Mary and Dave Neese. At the time, Mary Neese worked as an administrative assistant in a cardiac lab, and Dave Neese was a product assembler at Walmart. Skylar was an honors student at University High School who wanted to become a criminal lawyer. She had pretty good aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Right.
Way to have good goals. She would, coming from Morgantown, West Virginia, shooting for the stars. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Skylar Neese worked a part-time job at Wendy's fast food restaurant. Don't say anything about their breakfast, Dustin, because that's all you've talked about for the last 2 weeks.
Hey,
Go ahead and say something.
that breakfast baconator.
Yeah.
Hey, Wendy's, if you're listening, we'd love to sponsor you.
You'd love to sponsor us. So you don't want to sponsor
Or,
me.
yeah, whatever it is.
Taco Bell's breakfast is by far better.
Oh, you are wrong.
No,
I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell's.
Hey, you're missing out.
Really?
It's good. Yeah, check it out.
I like Burger King's breakfast.
Ooh,
Not a
yeah,
burger.
that's good too.
Lot of
Burger
people
King,
don't.
anything is but.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No.
Dude,
No.
fired.
I mean, is there anything more delicious than a fresh, tasty Whopper?
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
can't beat it.
I mean, that's flame broiled.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Those grill marks may be fake, but to me, that's a reality.
Well, the one around here has roaches. So
You're a liar. They do not. I'm about to go there after I leave here.
You and me both.
Okay, we're back on track. Skylar Neese working part-time at Wendy's. Two of Skylar's closest friends were Sheila Eddy and Rachel Schoaf. Sheila Ray Eddy, born September 28, 1995, was the only child of Tara Clendenin and Greg Eddy. Born in Blacksville, West Virginia, her parents divorced in 2000 when her father got into an accident that left him with a traumatic brain injury and permanent disability. That's a crappy way to divorce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, man, that sucks. Oh, hey, you got an accident? You got a brain injury? And you're got a disability?
Yeah, I'm going to leave you now.
Take this, divorce papers.
Right.
That
That's
sucks.
awful.
Sheila's mother, Tara, who divorced her father because he was handicapped now, struggled as a single mother. That's what you get.
Right.
Working as an accountant for a car dealership. In October 2010, Tara and Sheila moved with Tara's new husband, Jim Clendenin, to Morgantown, West Virginia. The other friend, Rachel Schoaf, born June 10th, 1996, grew up in Morgantown, West Virginia. She was the only daughter of Rusty and Patricia Schoaf. Both Sheila and Rachel attended University High School along with Skylar. So we've got the three best friends that anyone could ever have. Mm-hmm. Or so you think.
Ooh.
There's a twist.
We're about to go down a path that you're not going to agree with that statement.
You're about to get me fired up.
You're going to be fired up.
Fired up.
Feeling them up.
I mean, we're talking
You're
about
done.
16-year-old girls here. Okay?
Right.
I mean,
16-year-old girls are mean anyways. So,
well, you're about to find
Why'd you
out.
get beat up growing up by him, or?
you know what, Rex? We're not going to talk about that. You're just going to just leave that alone.
Just leave it
and go on somewhere.
Stop talking about that. Hey, I got a daughter at home. I love her dearly. Man, when she wants to have an attitude, she can have an attitude. I love you. I love you, sweet people. Hey, little girls, teenage girls. God forbid having two of them, Dustin.
I know. Can't wait
Yeah,
till
you're in trouble.
I can't wait till teenage years.
Ladies, we love you. We do.
I might just get my own place when those years come.
There you go.
You're going to have your hands full, man. Boy. I got teenage boys right now.
How's that going?
They're dicks. I'm not going to lie to you. I love them, but man, can they be dicks. On July 5th, 2012, Neese returned to her family's Star City, West Virginia apartment after working a shift at Wendy's. Sheila Eddy and Rachel Schoaf had invited Neese to sneak out with them, and Neese, who had recently fallen out with the two, was initially hesitant. She wasn't going to do it. But after a series of phone calls and texts from the girls, Neese changed her mind and says, let's do it.
So, why'd they have a falling out?
Well, rumor has it that Neese had actually found out that Sheila and Rachel had become a little closer than friends.
Really?
Oh boy.
And I don't know if Neese objected to that, but Skylar was not a fan of it or something, and they were not a fan of her knowing about it.
Oh, okay.
So were they all three like?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's just...
I didn't know if they were all three like. Maybe if two of them liked one, and you know what I mean.
That is not, to my knowledge, what was going on.
Okay.
So, at approximately 12:30 a.m., Skylar Neese climbed out of her bedroom window, crossed the street, and got into the back seat of a four-door sedan. Her apartment complex's surveillance video shows Skylar Neese left the apartment via her bedroom window and got into the sedan. Neese's father said she did not take her cell phone, her window was left open, and that she had probably planned on coming home. Law enforcement officers later determined that the sedan had been in the possession of Sheila Eddy that evening. The three girls then headed northwest from Star City towards Blacksville via U.S. Route 19. The perpetrators had planned to travel along West Virginia Route 7, but turned around after spotting a state police car parked in front of a gambling lounge. So, that's not a good sign when they're like, oh, there's a cop, let's go the other way.
Right.
But, what were they doing? They eventually arrived at their destination just across the Pennsylvania state border, a spot where all three of the girls would occasionally smoke the ganja. So they thought they was going to smoke some marijuana.
Some cannabis.
Some dank. Your turn. What you got?
I have nothing.
Such an
Not
amateur.
nothing that cool.
Such an amateur.
Smoke the sticky. Sticky.
Sticky icky.
You ain't never heard of a Snoop song?
On that sticky, icky, icky.
Come on, why don't you sing it for us, Rex?
I just did.
Some more.
I'm scared.
Shof and Eddie had been planning Neese's murder for months. Surprise, surprise. They left Sheila Eddy's house prepared to carry out the murder of Skylar Neese, bringing with them kitchen knives, paper towels, bleach, cleaning cloths, clean clothes, and a shovel.
Jeez.
They were prepared.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the weed. They had hidden the knives on their body and hid the remaining items in the trunk of Sheila's vehicle. Once the girls were out of the vehicle, Sheila and Rachel told Skylar they had forgot to bring a lighter. How are we going to smoke the weed without the lighter?
Just get a couple rocks and bang them together.
That's what Indians did to smoke their weed.
They're peace pipes.
Dang. Skylar volunteered to go back to the vehicle to fetch her own lighter, which wasn't a very good idea because once Neese had turned her back, Shof and Eddie began to stab Neese.
Oh, wow.
Skylar attempted to run, but was only able to run a few feet before Shof tackled her to the ground and continued to stab her. During the attack, Neese managed to wrestle Shof's knife from her, and during the scuffle, managed to cut Rachel Shof's knee.
Ooh.
So in this fight for her life, she ends up dealing a wound to Rachel. Good for her.
Right.
If only she would have cut her face off and survived, we'd been happy.
I wouldn't have been telling this story, though.
I don't know. If you cut somebody's face off, I might talk about it.
Please don't go do that, just so we can talk about you on this sweet-ass podcast.
Sheila Eddy continued to stab Neese until there was complete silence, and according to Rachel Shof, brace yourself, gentlemen, Neese's neck stopped making gurgling sounds.
Jeez. All this because she caught them being lesbians?
Thanks, Rachel. That's so kind of you. Her neck stopped making gurgling sounds. Skylar Neese's autopsy revealed more than 50 stab wounds.
Jeez.
I can't even imagine that. That's just...
16-year-old girl, dude, stabbed 50 times by her friend. By people she thought were her good friends.
Same age.
See, girls are mean. Teenage girls are mean.
We already discussed that. They are mean.
It keeps bringing up memories that he dealt with as a child.
So mean. They are. No, I'm saying, like, look, this girl got stabbed 50 times.
By people she thought were her friends.
Yeah.
It's rough, man. Skylar was a pretty little girl, too. I mean, I don't want to say you want to see it happen to somebody ugly, but...
Right.
It sucks, man. It sucks to see anybody... 16 years old, dude, your life hasn't really begun.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're just now getting into your prime of your growing up. 16, you finally get some freedom, you drive.
Get a license, yep.
I mean, you're starting to live. And these two girls snuffed it out with 50 stab wounds. So afterwards, Rachel and Sheila attempted to bury the body, first dragging Skylar to the side of the road, which would not work because the road ran along a creek and the soil there was too hard and rocky to dig a hole, which had been their original plan. So...
Well, this is what happens when you're 16 and try to commit a murder.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you're stupid either way, but...
You are.
If you did it 16 or 25 or 36...
Yeah, you are, but at 16, you don't know nothing, so...
Instead of burying it, because they couldn't dig a hole, they covered Skylar's body with rocks, fallen branches, and dirt.
Trying to conceal it?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Hey, there's a giant clump of rocks, fallen branches, and dirt. Stupid girls.
Uh-huh.
Stupid girl. Shof and Eddie then returned to the car to clean themselves and the murder scene. Upon completing the murder and cleaning up, Shof and Eddie left the scene, disposed of their blood-soaked clothing, and returned to their homes. Like nothing happened.
What about where she got cut on the knee?
That's a good point because nothing really talks about that anymore.
Yeah.
Evidently, she must not have been cut too bad if they just drove home. I mean, I'm sure she must have bandaged it up. It was on her knee, though, so she probably was able to hide it.
Right.
For the most part, I mean. But it must not have been bad enough to where she kept bleeding out, right? She needed stitches or something. Skylar Neese was initially considered to be a runaway by law enforcement authorities, and an Amber Alert was not immediately issued in connection with her disappearance. An early tip indicated that Neese had been seen in North Carolina, but it was later determined that that person that was spotted was not Skylar Neese. So you're kind of getting a jumbled story here. You didn't have the Amber Alert issued. They have a report that they've seen her, so they're not thinking that she's buried and dead.
Right.
Which kind of screws up the investigation a little bit. They determined that that person wasn't her, so now we're back to we haven't seen her. So police determined, from looking at surveillance and during the investigation that the sedan that they were looking for, the unknown sedan on the surveillance tapes, in which Skylar Neese was last seen getting into, belonged to Eddie and interviewed her. Eddie admitted to picking up Neese, but stated that she had dropped her off an hour later. The FBI and the West Virginia State Police joined the search for Skylar Neese on September 10th, 2012, and they began interviewing Neese's school friends. So this is where it's going to get a little frustrating for me. On December 28, 2012, Shof suffers a nervous breakdown and was taken to a local psychiatric hospital, where she remained for 6 days. She's having a nervous breakdown because she killed a 16-year-old girl at 16 years old.
Right.
You thought you was big, you thought you was bad, now it's weighing.
Yeah, reality's hitting.
When she was discharged, she confessed what she had done to authorities. So she finally comes clean and admits to what she'd done. She then agrees to lead the police to Neese's body. The motivation Shof gave for the murder was they didn't like her and didn't want to be friends with her anymore.
That's it.
So you kill her?
That's a lousy excuse for murder.
That's terrible.
Does not like you either.
And these girls are terrible.
I'm just kidding, I love you. Dave Neese stated that these two girls were among his daughter's best friends, and that Sheila Eddy had even helped the family look for her by distributing missing person flyers.
Oh, wow.
You killed her. You know where she's at. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so devastated. I'm going to help you look for her, and I'm going to put up flyers.
Yeah.
Well, like, how shitty is that to, get in a car with your friends because they're your best friends, not having any idea that they're going to kill you because you found out they were lesbians?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the rumor that she found out they were lesbians.
I mean, what else would it be? Like,
I mean, I don't think it's a good reason to kill
it's
anybody.
not, but like, I don't get people and why
They
they murder.
said they didn't like her and didn't want to be friends with her.
Oh, I don't want to be friends with you, so I'm just going to kill you.
I'm going to stab
Yeah.
you 50 times.
Right.
because I don't want to be your friend. Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Youth out there, if you're listening, don't be stupid. Stop being stupid. Don't be stupid. Make better choices than, I don't like you. I don't want to be your friend. I'm going to stab you 50 times.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. All you have to do is just, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Sorry, but we got to part ways.
Or just be like everybody else and
unfriend them on Facebook.
if you don't want to be friends with somebody, stop hanging out with them. Stop calling them. Stop texting them.
Yeah.
Just get over it, Like,
But they texted her and like convinced her to come out so that they could
right.
kill her.
So then their excuse is bullshit. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
not,
agree with
oh,
that.
we don't want to be friends with her. No, it's because you got found out that you was a lesbian. That's what it is.
You're set on that.
I am. That's 100% the truth.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That's
You ain't changing this mind.
works for me. Does it work for you, Rex?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Rex, what do you think?
I agree with you, so
Don't agree with me. What do you think?
I
Do you
agree with
think-
Josh then.
That'll teach you.
All right, we're not going to ask Rex any more questions about what he
No,
thinks.
you're not.
So, Skylar Neese's remains were found less than 30 miles away from her home. Neese maintained a close relationship with Eddie from when they were children, but the friendship had become strained when they met Shof while at high school. So this is how their relationship was strained.
So Neese and Eddie were already friends first.
Yeah. And then along comes Shof, and now it's like, oh, now Eddie and Shof are better friends. Neese kind of gets pushed to the side.
Three's a crowd.
But Neese
Always is.
reportedly became upset to see Eddie and Shof become close and allegedly witnessed the pair have sex at a sleepover.
Wow.
It was said that the girls may have feared their secret tryst would become public, and that's what I said. Lesbians trying to hide it.
Yeah, you've been saying that for the past 10 minutes, so.
That's what you said.
That's what I said. I agree. I think that's what it is. It makes no sense.
Nope.
Not at all.
Negative.
Nope. On May 1st, 2013, Rachel Shof pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. According to court transcripts, Rachel said that she and Sheila Eddy picked up Skylar in Eddie's car. The girls drove to Pennsylvania, got out of the car, and began talking.
Is that does that not count for people under 18? That's a federal crime when you cross state lines.
In Indiana law.
No, that's in every law.
Well, let's get to it, bud.
Okay,
Just relax.
I'll wait.
When Neese turned her back on the two, Shof and Eddie stabbed Skylar to death, and I quote, on the count of 3, which was their agreed-upon signal to attack.
So you're just sitting there, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like,
You're terrible killers, terrible getting away with murder, and you're terrible human beings, but that's the worst plan ever. This is what we're going to
well,
do.
you're talking 16 years old.
When she turns around, we're going to count to 3 and stab her.
Yeah, right.
They're 16. They ain't gonna be like fucking Dexter. I mean, come on now.
I mean, they literally counted to 3, dude.
I know they're 16.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know, man. 16. That's what 16-year-olds do. They do stupid stuff.
Right.
They do. And this is a shining moment.
Yeah.
It is reported that other students overheard conversations between Rachel Shof and Sheila Eddy about the murder, but didn't report it, thinking they were joking.
How
There you go. There you go.
dumb enough to talk about it in school?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure this is leading up to it, that they were plotting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking about killing her.
But they're 16. That's how stupid 16-year-olds are.
Well, how stupid is the other 16-year-olds that aren't like, hey, they was talking about killing this girl.
Right.
I mean,
Just
but
blows it
take
off.
yourself back to 16. If you hear 2 people talking about killing somebody, are you going to be like, excuse me, principal, they're talking about killing somebody? No, you're going
Hey,
to
if
be
somebody
like,
comes up missing, I'm going to be the first one like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Dustin
if
and
they-
Rex did it.
if they
I heard
come
them
up
talking
missing,
about it.
Yeah.
but I don't know. You kids are dumb.
Hey, snitches get stitches.
True that.
No, they don't. Anybody listen to this, if you witness a crime, step up to the plate.
If you see something, say something.
Are you a...
That's
Are
amazing.
you from
words
the
of wisdom.
government? If you see something, say something.
The more you know.
Hey, just saying.
You
I used to have a job that was their motto.
Really?
It was. I won't tell you what I did.
Why
What was
not?
the motto?
But if you see something, say something.
Dude, that's the government's
Yeah, that's also there was a government job.
GSA.
So
Like, is it safety related?
It's a public service announcement. If you see something, it's talking about terrorism.
And it's also like just anything. Like if you're on the back.
Don't say that, because I would go to my boss every day like, I saw a white squirrel yesterday. Like, why are you telling me that? Seen it. Say it. Bye. Guess what, Dustin? Saw a black squirrel yesterday. It was all black. See something? Say something.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't black.
Okay.
It was brown.
We used to have a black squirrel that used to come to our yard.
No,
all the time.
you
It's
didn't.
like,
There's no such thing.
are you serious?
I've
It
never
totally
seen
is.
a black one.
No.
Really?
I've seen a white one.
Yeah, white and brown.
Oh, dude, no. We had it was
Did you spray
freaking
paint
gold
it?
black. No. Look it up, dude.
Did you spray paint it?
We did. We used to have an albino squirrel that come to the house, and we used to have a black squirrel that come to the house, and then there's always the normal squirrels. But
The basic bitches squirrel.
yeah, squirrels were cool, man.
Yes.
So it really did happen.
Yeah, okay.
You give me a look like it didn't. It did.
It didn't.
I don't know how we got to talking about squirrels from your job being still in the government's PSA. But
Well, see it, say it.
see it, say it, folks. According to Rachel Schoaf's plea agreement, she pleaded guilty to murder in the second degree. I don't know how you can plead in the second degree because you clearly planned it out.
Right.
Right.
Isn't that automatic first degree murder?
Yeah, I mean, when you say, we counted to 3, it was pre-planned.
We showed up with kitchen knives and bleach and a change of clothes. It was
Right.
planned. But that was her plea. So that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Plea agreements sometimes piss me off.
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
terrible.
In the plea agreement, the state of West Virginia recommended a sentence of 40 years incarceration.
And that's light. Too late.
She's 16.
I don't give a shit.
I know. I'm just saying, 16. She gets out at 66 years old if she did the full time.
Give
What
her,
if that-
give her 60 years. I'm big on 60 minimum.
Hey, yeah. Rachel Schoaf's family issued a public apology for her actions through their lawyer. It's pretty bad that her family has to go out and publicly apologize for her being such a piece of crap.
Right.
On September 4th, 2013, West Virginia prosecutors publicly identified Sheila Eddy as the second alleged perpetrator of the murder of Skylar Neese and announced that she would be tried as an adult. Sheila Eddy was indicted by a grand jury on September 6, 2013 with 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of first-degree murder, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder. Sheila Eddy pleaded not guilty to these charges.
Of course.
What?
Amazing. The date of the trial was originally set for January 28th, 2014. However, knowing she would most likely be facing charges from both federal and Pennsylvania authorities, in addition to the West Virginia charges, there's your federal charges, Sheila Eddy pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. So it took for them to say, hey, you're probably going to get the feds, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia charges. And she's like, oh, I did it.
Right.
I mean, can you even get life without as a juvenile? I know some states are doing away
they
with
tried
it.
her as an adult, though.
Right, but even, I mean, being under 18, I know some states did away with it. You can't do life without as a juvenile.
Hey, we've talked about it before. The juvenile system is garbage in this country.
Yes.
It's straight up garbage.
It is because at 16, you know what you're doing. You know right from wrong.
Yeah. Dude, honest to God, and I know quite a few law enforcement that I speak to regularly that will tell you, because of the way the juvenile justice system is right now, they know what they can get away with, and they constantly do what they can get away with. Like stealing cars, stuff like that. There's
Right.
nothing, they don't do nothing to these kids right now. But, hey, that's a whole nother issue. I mean, not really a whole nother issue because we're talking about teenagers that killed somebody, but like I said, you get me going on juvenile justice system here, and I'll get going. But as a result, Sheila Eddy was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years. What?
For pleading
Only
guilty?
15?
Life in prison, but with a chance of parole after 15 years.
She should not get that.
That is the worst sentence ever. Hey, you killed somebody, first degree murder, you're getting life in prison. But in 15 years, we'll probably let you out.
Right.
Come on. That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Following her guilty plea on May 1st, 2013, Rachel Schoaf received a sentence of 30 years in prison and will be eligible for parole after 10 years.
10 years?
Wow.
Now, granted, we're talking about the eligibility for parole.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We're not talking, okay, they're definitely getting out in 10 years, they're definitely getting out in 15 years. But still, 10 years or 15 years for killing somebody?
I'm pretty sure at 10 or 15 years, you didn't really learn your lesson.
No.
Hey, we just talked about an episode before this. Anthony Sowell got 15 years for rape, which is a terrible crime. Terrible crime. By no means is it anything short of terrible. He did 15 years for rape. This girl could possibly do 10 years for taking somebody's life.
Yeah.
Like I said, rape is nothing to play with. I think, like you said, he should have got his ding dong chopped off.
Oh, yeah.
But 10 years for murder? Come on. I mean, there's drug crimes that get you more than 10 years.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
It's backwards.
Yep.
Sheila Eddy originally was held in a facility for juveniles after her arrest, but later transferred to an adult facility. Both women are incarcerated at the Lakin Correctional Center in Mason County. An Amber Alert was not issued in Neese's disappearance because the circumstances did not meet all 4 criteria for an alert to be issued. Number 1, a child is believed to be abducted. Number 2, the child is under 18. Number 3, the child may be in danger of death or serious injury. And number 4, there is a sufficient amount of information to indicate the Amber Alert would be helpful. I could argue all 4 of those, but imagine at the time they probably thought she had just ran away or whatever. So
Right. They don't want to think the worst.
a waiting period of 48 hours had to elapse before a teenager could be considered missing.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
at that time, 48 hours. But
Terrible long.
it is. A West Virginia state legislator from the Neese family, home district, introduced a bill called Skylar's Law to modify West Virginia's Amber Alert plan to issue immediate public announcements when any child is reported missing and in danger, regardless of whether the child is believed to have been kidnapped or not.
Kudos to them.
Nice.
On April 12, 2013, the West Virginia Senate unanimously passed the law.
Good.
I can't believe they didn't have that law to begin with. Like, I mean, it's a child. She's a child, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, she's 16 years old.
West Virginia Governor Earl Ray Tomblin signed the legislation into law in May of 2013. So, thank you for finally doing the right thing.
Right.
I mean, now you don't have to meet a list of demands in order to get an Amber Alert sent out for a teenager, which, you know, I don't know if it would have saved her life in this case or not, because she was probably already in trouble by the time that she realized she was missing. But either way, you know, that's a good thing. It's a good thing it was signed in. Skylar's Law. It's pretty cool. They named it after her. So.
Yep.
Hopefully it's helped other kids.
Yep. Rachel Schoaf will be eligible for parole in 2024, while Sheila Eddy will be eligible for parole in 2029.
So what you're saying is, by the year 2029, they're both going to come kick your ass for doing this story.
Hey, if they're out in 2029, after committing a murder.
We're going to tell another story about him.
I will, because I'm going to give him your address. I'm going to hide behind your door and punch him in the lips. That's crazy.
That's crazy. This is a good story.
It was. You know, you hate to hear anything happen to a 16-year-old girl.
Right.
I mean, she had goals. She had dreams. She was going to be a criminal lawyer.
Right.
Hey, it's a good lesson to anybody, really anybody. Don't always trust your friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's a crappy thing to say, but...
It is. But, I mean, I'm sure she thought she really knew them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did know the one. I mean, she grew up with the one.
Right.
And just imagine, though, being Skylar's dad or her mom and dad that... You know, when you're passing out these flyers and putting up the missing posters and stuff, this girl that murdered your daughter is out there with you, and during that time, you're probably thinking, "Oh man, thank God for her to be here."
Oh yeah,
and help
right.
her look, and then come to find out, she's the one that killed your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would just...
It's awful.
That will burn you up, man.
Yep.
That is the murder of Skylar Neese. Gone but not forgotten, Skylar. Skylar's Law. Imagine that.
Good job.
So that was a pretty tough one, but
Oh yeah.
we made it through it. So thanks for joining us, Evil Mob. Any announcement, gentlemen?
Just don't forget to rate us, review us, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts.
Can you just record him saying that, and then we could play?
Yeah. It is the same every time.
Do you want to say it the same every time?
No, you want to be like, "Hey guys,
Hey, it's Dustin. Don't forget to rate us and review us. Please. Thank you. Stitcher and iTunes.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me do it different every time.
yeah, yeah." The next time you can have a different accent, like Terry Blair. Nothing to what give us a want that blow.
Hey, also don't forget to tell your friends about everybody about our Facebook page, because we're going to be doing another giveaway. Josh is actually going to give something of his own away that he paid for.
Really?
Yeah, I stole something from Dustin earlier, and he doesn't know about it yet, and I'm giving it away.
Perfect.
I would tell you guys what it is, but
It's a surprise.
it's a surprise. We haven't let you down on our surprises yet, so.
True.
Well,
You may not have let them down, but you always let me down with surprises. Like, hey, I got a surprise. It's like, oh, more work.
Yeah, that's usually what my surprises are.
So there's good things coming. So
There is.
we're gonna be doing that episode with Death Row Kitchen real soon.
We are.
It's gonna be awesome.
We are.
Hopefully, you guys have had an opportunity to go over and give them a listen. They're some pretty funny ladies.
That they are. Energetic.
They are, and I think our episode with them is going to be pretty awesome.
It is.
Because
It's going to be real awesome.
they're going to dive a little bit deeper into the trial and the punishment and the execution. Because I mean, we haven't done a whole lot of anybody dying yet.
We've done 0 executions. We've done 1 death.
Yeah.
Carl.
Yeah.
Charlie.
I mean, it's not like we're avoiding it for a reason.
We just haven't had one yet.
Yeah. I mean, because we're trying to deliver these people that you guys haven't heard of a lot. And these girls do a good job. They've done a ton of research on a lot of people on death row and that have been executed. And they know the last meals. So it's going to be a pretty cool story. I mean, a little change of pace for our listeners.
Yep.
You guys will like it. It'll be a pretty interesting time.
Yep.
Also, don't forget to give us some ideas. Email us, eviltransgression@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Check out our shop. Buy a
Check
shirt
out the
with
shop.
Dustin's face on it.
Yeah, you can actually get one of just my face if you think I'm pretty. So
They're only, what, $1?
They're actually, I'll buy them for you.
You wear a picture of my face. I'll buy it. Shout outs. No shout outs. No.
Shout outs? Anybody?
Shout outs?
Rex, you got any shout outs, buddy?
Give a shout out, Rex.
Come on, Rex. Shout somebody out, bud.
Come on.
Anybody you want.
I mean, it's my girlfriend Stacy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stacy.
Stacy.
Shout
I mean,
out
she
to
always
Stacy.
supports our page and
She does.
shares it. So
She does.
He does. Who you got? Come on.
I am going to shout out my sister, Shanae.
She's a pretty solid supporter.
She
of
is.
us, too,
She's pretty
so.
good. So
She,
Nice.
I think she was our first review on Apple.
she was. And she was our first top fan.
She was. She
Oh,
was on
yeah.
Facebook, first
She
top
was.
fan. We made a
Right.
big deal out of that, too.
We did.
Man,
We
that's
did.
awesome. Look, dude, somebody's got a top fan badge on our page. It's awesome.
Makes you feel important.
Yeah.
that it does.
So if you don't have a top fan badge and you're on our Facebook page,
Get one.
what are you waiting for?
Do it now.
Share it. Love it. Love us. Just love us.
Love it, love.
All right. Enough of this banter. Let's
you
go
know-
to sleep.
Hey, you know what we should do soon, though? Is a live episode.
We should.
We should do a live episode.
Hey, if you
like
guys
that.
give us feedback, we'll do a live episode.
Yeah.
If we can get enough people to listen, there's no point in going live if nobody listens.
Right.
Yeah.
So let us know.
Maybe
what you
like a
guys think.
Friday night. Friday night. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I know Rex likes to party on Fridays.
I do.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, Friday or Saturday night or something like that. We'll
I
do,
party.
we'll do a live episode soon.
I party Saturday nights too. So
But yeah, well that should be our deal though. Like if we get, let's say we need some more subscribers, some more followers on Facebook. If we can get enough people to listen to a live podcast on a Friday or Saturday night, we'll go live.
yeah.
I mean, we can do a story and chit chat, and you guys.
Actually, what Josh will do is he will get on Facebook and he will set up a poll
Ooh, yeah.
if we go live
ooh, a poll.
on a Saturday or Friday or Saturday
Josh
night.
likes the polls.
Would you?
I'm a poll giver.
Would
Dancer.
you? Would you listen if we went live?
Yeah.
If we get enough, then we will.
Absolutely.
So
But what's enough?
I don't know.
Until you look at it and go, "That's enough."
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I can get with
That's
that.
Yep, that works.
Yeah. So they can. I mean, since like polls and everything is going to be crazy with the election here, and how it's been, where we don't know if you can vote, and yes, you're going to vote. You can just go to our page and vote if you're feeling votey.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't have to worry about presidency and
Nope. It's just a simple yes or no.
Democratic stuff,
Yes or no.
Republican stuff. Just vote on our Facebook page.
There you go.
It's your constitutional right to vote on our Facebook page. So give us a look, man.
All right, guys.
You good, Rex?
I'm good.
Justin?
I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, Evil Mob. Until next time.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
See ya.
Peace.